Hello Capricorn, this is your extended reading. So the second part is really interesting because remember when I was saying that I didn't know exactly what this was, it felt like more energetic than anything else, right? A message or a potential or a truth of some sort. It feels to me that this could potentially be a person, or it could be um, the person who is delivering this message, this truth, because we start off this part of the reading with the strength card, and this strength card, it felt to me like the messenger, right? The one who is, because the way that I'm seeing, right, with the crowd, and it feels to me that whatever this is, it is on a stage. It is higher up. Sorry. It is higher up. It feels like it's on this podium, or yeah, it feels like it's higher up, right? And so this creature, this person, this figure has a lot of knowing, but has also a lot of authority and respect, right? So if this one is coming as the presenter, as the messenger, as the one who's going to deliver whatever truth he's carrying, it feels to me that everyone in the crowd knows who this one is. And not only that, there is a lot of respect. And there is, it's like a mix between admiration and fear, right? Of this one. So maybe it is like a boss, a father, or a grandfather, some sort of authority, right? Yeah, it's very it has a lot of weight, but not a negative weight. It's just like a big presence, right? And so whoever this is, they're staring into your eyes, and they see that you are coming, from the crowd towards them. And it's almost like it's not an invitation, and it's not also a challenge. It's not what I'm hearing because I'm asking, but they are calling you, but it's almost, it feels like a challenge, right? They're on top of the stage, in this hierarchy that probably they are a very high standard figure, an authority, right? Someone who rules. And they're looking towards you as you're making your way, in the middle of the crowd towards them, because you are seeing your path being cleared up. So you're just understanding that the message is, as he is silently calling you, like, are you coming or are you not? And you are, but it's almost like you do respect this one too, right? So you are going, but you are also fearing a little bit of, like, what is this one? What does this one want with what is this calling, and what do they want with me, right? So whatever it is, it feels like it's something practical and is something that is actually overdue. So because I just heard that right now. So after that strength card, we have the Four of Pentacles, Judgment, and this Ace of Pentacles. So it feels to me that you are being represented by these two pentacle cards, right? With this Strength card in the middle being represented by this Judgment. It's almost like this is a jury, this is a judge, this is an authority that is going to rule, or this is going to hand out whatever verdict they have for you, right? Although just a few moments ago, especially in the first part, you were just one in the crowd, right? There was nothing special about you or different about you, but your attitude to have a better perspective caught their eyes, right? And so that is why I'm saying that I don't mean to undervalue by saying that there was nothing special about you. I'm just saying that you were part of that collective, right? But in the moment that you chose to stand and get a better look, right? You showed interest, and that could be in a practical sense. You showed your interest. You demonstrated your curiosity, your want, your desire to know more, whatever this was, right? Not expecting that you would be challenged or called forward, right? And the path would be open for you. I just felt like you were in a really humble position, in a really almost like a peasant life, doing all daily things, you know, with the most your intention was not to stand out. This is what I mean, right? You were just living your life, going on with your day, with your activities and whatever it is, in a very mundane, very practical, even boring lifestyle, right? And so this calling, this challenge to present yourself towards this one, right? Facing this one, you're being called, you know, to the stage to meet this one, to find the truth that this one is carrying. I feel like you are standing out, right? People are turning towards you because, remember, whatever it was that caught, you know, the attention of the crowd was this ace, and then you saw this other ace, right? This ace of wands, and now suddenly you are becoming this ace. So the way I'll try to explain what I'm seeing here is that here it felt like another one in the middle of the crowd, right? Just a regular human being, just living your life in a very mundane, three-dimensional way, right? And then once this calling comes in and you're being highlighted, right? Because the focus that everyone was paying attention to was here, right? Looking ahead. And then this one comes along, center stage, everyone respects this figure, and they are calling you. They're calling you, right? And then you become the focus of the attention of everyone else. So, and in a very practical sense, right? And the way that I'm saying, because this overdue word came to mind when I was seeing these two, is that you played this small peasant life for far too long because you were always meant to stand out, right? So here's your chance, here's your opportunity, and you're going for it. And well, although you could be reluctant, you're going, right? But I don't think you are aware that you have become this desirable thing, or your traits, your personality, your skills, your abilities, your work, your projects have become really desirable by this crowd, right? Because your focus is here. You're not looking at yourself. You're not realizing that while you are, taking the steps towards this one, right? Through the crowd, all of this is falling apart, and you are becoming this Ace of Pentacles, right? And then when you get to the stage, you are this one, which really stands out from the crowd, right? And so here, the next, okay, I'm going to take this. I'm going to show you these two cards, and then I'll show you the third one that came through. Yeah, although you might have seen the thumbnail already. Anyways, so this card, the Knight of Swords and the Two of Swords, they came together, right? And if you remember the first part, well, because here there was this pointing finger, this call to action, this not call to action, call to pay attention, in a certain direction, right? And then you did look over the shoulders of the people in front of you, trying to get a better view. And this one, this Knight of Wands, called you to look in another direction, right? Pointed you to another place, right? And so here, now that you are yourself this Ace of Pentacles, that you are, part of the truth also, and you are standing out, you are in the stage, you are on the stage actually, the message, this figure that from really far away, they are a really respectable person. They are a really potent figure, right? They are an authority at whatever they do. They are an authority, right? And so this is how the crowd sees this figure. But once you get closer, they become this really relatable person, this really easy going and easy to talk to person, because they become this Knight of Swords with the message. And so this is, I am actually having goosebumps, because now whatever caught your attention and the crowd's attention, that was really something, clashing, something different, and some sort of truth, right? Because it was big, and it was different. It's just the way that it's coming through, right? But you knew, because you have received further instructions, right, to look otherwise, to see, the unveiling of the layers and layers of truth behind it. Here, the message, finally, the message that this one is delivering for you is not exactly the truth, but it's more like a dual message. Do you see? Because before it was the Ace, and now it becomes two. So it's not one truth, it's two. Do you see? And so the way that I'm seeing this is that, this one is well, okay, so there are two things here. The way that this one is communicating to you is almost like he is sharing the truth with you, right? He's sharing, he's giving a part of the truth for you, right? So this is one thing. The other thing is that, well, he's saying to you that although there is one truth, one pillar of truth, right? Because there are two people, you and them, there are 2 points of view. There are two perspectives of this truth. And both of them are right. And both of them are wrong. So they are what they are. There is no judgment, although this is funny here, because there is no judgment. This is what they're saying. There is no judgment of value, right? There are just perspectives of the truth, right? And so the very beautiful thing that came after this Two of Swords was the Sun card. But because it was a dual message, right? One that could be seen as your truth and my truth. And not only this card followed, but the card in the bottom of the deck was also a major arcana. The way that I'm seeing this dual message is that it could be split, it could be diverged into these 2 points of view, the sun and the world. So here, one of the truths is really bright, it's really illuminating, it's warming, it's clarity, right? And it makes a lot of sense because this Ace of Swords usually comes with a lot of clarity, like mental clarity. But here is a sense of enjoyment, of pleasure, of finally understanding, of clicking, right? Something finally clicking. And the other truth with this World card, which to me, because we're talking about, you standing out in the middle of a crowd, I feel like this is your perspective. The sun is your experience, because not only you're privy to this message that it's not only one truth, there are actually two, right? 2 points of view. And I don't think this one is sharing this deeper layer of the truth with the crowd. So I feel like for you, you are having this experience. You're seeing this information, this message with clear sight and with a lot of joy, right? With this, you're receiving it as a blessing, right? But the way that the crowd, the collective, the group that is, is not on the stage with you, they're just witnessing you receiving this message in a really privileged way from this one, right? They're sensing it as an ending, as this clashing of a cycle. The ending of an era is what I'm hearing. The ending of an era. But so there are 2 very different perspectives, right? The ones that are around you, they're receiving, the same input, but you and them are experiencing it very differently. For you, it's a blessing. For them, it's the end of an era. And it could be very alarming. It could be very it could be a shock, right? But for you, it's really illuminating. And so let's see what the runes have to add about this. Maybe give more clarity about your privileged place, you know, in knowing all of this. And maybe what do you have to contribute to this, right? Okay. So the rune that came was Taurus. And so, although you are Capricorn, Capricorn and Taurus are both earth signs, right? And so maybe this one is a Taurus. Maybe this one is also, you know, an earth sign, very grounded. Actually, yes, this is something that came through with the Queen of Pentacles, which is also you, you know, very earthy, very grounded, able to manifest. That's why maybe you were the chosen one, right? And so, because, okay, so what I'm hearing with this rune, this Taurus rune, is that you were really reliable. You know, this one sees that you're one he can trust. So he can trust on you. And this is why you're having this really privileged position, right? Because you are going to do the work, whatever it is. You're not going to be overwhelmed by this privileged information. You will know how to use it for your benefit and the benefit of the collective. This is what I'm hearing, right? The benefit of the collective because of your reliability, right? You are one who can be trusted. So this is really powerful. And so, Capricorn, I feel like, yes, whatever it is, the next steps seem to be a lot of work, and you are going to be leading, you know, this crowd from your very clear perspective, right? Not to let them end up, you know, in despair because whatever cycle is ending for them, right? So yeah, good luck with that if you're experiencing this in your life. Thank you so much for being here. I hope it was, you know, a helpful message for you. I'll see you next time. Bye.